Coaster Chal Vlogmas. Like, subscribe, hope you enjoy. Hey, this is Coaster Chal and welcome to day one of the predictions week, the early predictions week. Now, this is the first of our 5 main prediction videos. Now, these are annual tradition. This is the early prediction, then around April, May, I guess, we'll do the other predictions, and then around July, beginning of August, it will be the final predictions, if there's any confirmations at that point. So there we go. So that's how it's going to work, and now let's see how the video is going to work. So this is the early Six Flags 2020 predictions, and again, it's another day of Vlogmas. So make sure you join me and Dabbing Santa for a brilliant week of festive content. So let's get straight in then. So basically, for each Six Flags park, I will say what they invested in 2018, what they're investing next year in 2019, and then one or two potential options of what they could add. So if there's no rumours or anything, it'll just based on what I think will happen. So let's start there with Darien Lake. So in 2018 they added the Gerstlauer Eurofighter Tantrum, and then in 2019, next year, they're adding, of course, the Six Flags Skyscreamer, the first edition since being back in the Six Flags chain. Now, there are 2 potential options they could go with. If they were going for a thrill ride option, it could be the Zamperla Giant Discovery. If they were going to go for a family edition, I think they'll turn their Beaver Brothers Bay and Rowdy's Ridge, and they'll transform it into Timbertown to again go along with the Six Flags chain. So moving on then to Frontier City. 2019 they added Timbertown, 4 new rides, and of course there was no roller coaster since 1986 with the Silver Bullet, no original coaster, and of course they've got their kiddie coaster, Frankie's Mine, that's going to be involved in the area. Now, my prediction for this park, I've got 2 predictions: a thrill coaster or a thrill ride. I think this park could be the park to get an S&S 4D free spin. Purely and simply because I think Frontier City needs a coaster. They've got the kiddie coaster, now they need a thrill coaster. If they weren't going to go on that route, I want them to be one of the parks that adds an ABC Tourbillon again, because Cyborg Cyberspin and Harley Quinn Spin Sanity were massive successes for Six Flags Over Texas and Six Flags Great Adventure when they added those attractions. So it feels weird that 2019 won't have a Tourbillon, but I think 2020, the 60th anniversary of Six Flags, they will bring it in. So there we go. So let's move on then to The Great Escape. Now, 2018 they added their Chance Freestyle attraction Pandemonium, and 2019 they're adding Shipwreck Cove and Bucket Blasters. Now, I think for this one, a new coaster or a thrill ride. Probably an S&S 4D free spin. For thrill rides, I would think, again, an ABC Tourbillon. Knowing Six Flags, it could be a Larson Superloop, I don't know. But something along those kind of marks. Now, La Ronde. Now, they haven't added an original coaster since 2006. In 2018, they added Tourbillon. No, not the ABC Tourbillon, but a Tilt-A-Whirl. It was originally supposed to be part of a 3 circus-type attractions called Carnival en Folie. Apparently, 2 of them were damaged and couldn't be brought back, so they just had to bring back 1, which is a shame. And 2019 is the relocated El Diablo from Six Flags Great Adventure Lost and Superloop, which has been called Chaos now, and of course Great Adventure are also moving their water slide King Cobra over to Hurricane Harbour in Wastapek, I believe. So La Ronde, I think they should add either an ABC Tourbillon or an S&S 4D free spin. Because again, this is a park that needs a 4D free spin or an ABC Tourbillon. It would really suit the park. So now let's move on to the parks with Six Flags in front of them. So moving on then to Six Flags America. So in 2018 they updated their lazy river and called it the Wahoo River. Wahoo! And of course, next year, 2019, as we all know, Apocalypse, the former stand-up coaster that used to be known at Six Flags Great America as Iron Wolf. Apocalypse Last Stand is being converted into a Force and renamed and rethemed to Firebird. And I think this park either needs an ABC tour balloon or some new family rides. I think America will go along the family ride route more than a thrill ride route next year. So Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, now back-to-back coasters. 2018, Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster, which is the Skywalk Horizon? The Skywalk by Skyline Attractions. And I think Six Flags aren't going to be adding any more Skywarps because of the issues that Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster had. If Tidal Twister at San Diego is a success in SeaWorld, maybe they'll look at those models, but not the vertical models. If they're going to look for a new model of them, probably the horizontal model that's going at SeaWorld San Diego. And of course, in 2019, they had a Batman the Ride, the SNS 40 free spin. So back-to-back coasters. However, they have not had a family attraction since 1998. So I am expecting new family rides. Or if they were going to go along the thrill ride route, it would be an ABC Tour Balloon. One of the rides the park's missing. So moving on then to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. In 2018, they added Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster, which is the first RMC Raptor in the chain, along with Railblazer at California's Great America. And in 2019, they added the Joker, which is the big pendulum ride, the Zampella Giga Discovery, along with the DC Universe area. So my prediction is either a new family ride or family rides, or an ABC Tour Balloon. Now, ABC Tour Balloon again would be a good fit for the park. But new family rides would be more suited after coming off the back of a coaster and a thrill ride. So I think family ride seems more likely. Six Flags Great Adventure added Cyborg Cyberspin the Tour Balloon in 2018, and 2019 they added Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth, the world's tallest pendulum ride, on the site of the Stuntman's Freefall coaster. Now, it's pretty much certain that Six Flags Great Adventure is going to be adding a coaster around where El Toro is. Not replacing El Toro, but around about the site of where El Toro is. So I have on my list an RMC Raptor or a launched RMC iBox / Topper Track. Now, of course, it wouldn't be the world's first launched RMC, because of Lightning Rod at Dollywood, but maybe if they did the world's first launched Raptor coaster, you never know. Six Flags could do anything. But I definitely think Great Adventure is a park that will get a coaster in 2020. Six Flags Great America then. In 2018, they added the Mardi Gras Hangover, which they lost at Superloop. And in 2019, they're adding Max Force, which is their SNS air-launched coaster, the first air-launched coaster to come to the United States. Since, I think, Hypersonic XLC that was removed from the old Paramount's King's Dominion. So that I think they should add either some family rides or they should bring something to the water park. Something like a Thunder Rapids water coaster. They were, to be fair, many of us were rumouring that it was going to be a Thunder Rapids water coaster on the old site of the Pictorium, because that was on the Pictorium's on like the borderline between the theme park and the water park. So we sort of thought Thunder Rapids coaster or a coaster for the dry park, and of course it ended up being an air launch for the dry park. So I would love to see a Thunder Rapids water coaster type thing going in the water park somewhere else. Maybe either replace a slide or try and expand the water park somewhere. Six Flags Magic Mountain. Now, 2018 they added one of the world's tallest pendulum rides in Crazanity. And in 2019, their 20th coaster, the Mobius Loop Quadruple Launch Premier Rides Launch Coaster, West Coast Racers. Looks alright, but it's like they took, and many people have said this, it's like they took Full Throttle and Twisted Colossus and just try and made it a new ride. So I think this park needs either a water park edition or new family rides, or knowing Magic Mountain and how much they invest in rides, they might do both. I know that's what they did in 2014, when they did the 365 days a year, Days of Thrills a year. They did Bonsai Pipelines, and of course they added the brand new kiddie coaster to their children's area, which means they've got more kiddie thrills than any theme park in the USA. So moving on then to Six Flags Mexico. Now, 2018 they added their Wonder Woman coaster, the SS40 Free Spin, and 2019 they added King Cobra to the water park. So I think for the dry park it should be a thrill ride. And what do I think? An ABC Tourbillon or a Zamperla Giant Discovery. An ABC Tourbillon is what we thought Mexico were going to add before they sort of announced, you know, the King Cobra kind of thing for the water park. A Giant Discovery would work as well. I think that's a part that would deserve a pendulum ride. So both of them would be good investments for the park. Six Flags New England then, in 2018 they added Harley Quinn's Insanity, which is their pendulum ride, and 2019 they added an indoor chance freestyle attraction called Cyborg. Now, I think this part needs either an ABC Tourbillon or some new family rides, because they haven't got any family rides since 2007, so I think it's about time. If there's 11-year absence for the families, 11 years is a long time to wait for a new family ride, so I think a family ride is probably what's expected at the park. Over Georgia then, 2018 they had Twisted Cyclone, which is the RMC of Georgia Cyclone, and 2019 they added Pandemonium, which is their pendulum ride. So I think this should either be a water park edition, because as you saw in a previous video about the rant, it should be a water park edition or family rides. Now, of course, in a previous video, so make sure you go and check that out, I spoke about how there was rumours that 2021 will be a coaster year and 2022 will be a coaster year. So I think 2020 they'll be taking an off year. Now, Six Flags over Texas. This is their 60th anniversary of the park. 2018 they added Harley Quinn's Insanity, which is the ABC Tourbillon. 2019 they added Lone Star Revolution, which is the Lost in Superloop. So I think they'll either go for a thrill ride or a family ride or even a coaster. Now, because it's the 60th anniversary of Six Flags, it'll be the 60th anniversary of Six Flags over Texas, the original Six Flags park. Now, when they did the 50th, well, actually, to be fair, I just remembered, it's 60th anniversary 2021. So, this year they'll be taking, well, this year, of course, they had the Lost in Superloop, I got it wrong. Next year, in 2020, they'll want to take more of an off year ready for the 60th anniversary in 2021. So, I'm thinking new thrill ride or a family ride. Thrill ride, I'm not too sure. I mean, they could go for one of those indoor chance freestyles if Cyborg works at New England. Or they could go with the family ride route and just do like a family rides package. I don't know. Now, Six Flags St. Louis. Six Flags St. Louis. 2018 they had a Typhoon Twister, which is their water slide. In 2019 they added the Supergirl Flat Ride. They need a coaster. Just plain and simple, they need a coaster. I want either an SDS40 Free Spin or either Boss being RMC'd or a new RMC Raptor, because all of them can work at the park. And ranting about Six Flags St. Louis needing a coaster is for another video. I think that was on a different video. So there we go. So that's my early Six Flags predictions. Of course, it's hard to find true information, but we've kind of got a couple of ideas as to where people could go. I mean, if the rumours are true about Over Georgia for the next 2 years afterwards, then of course Over Georgia will probably want to take an off year. Of course, the construction around El Toro suggests they're preparing for a coaster in 2020 at Six Flags Great Adventure, so Great Adventure looks to be one of the parks to get a coaster. There are other parks like Great Escape, Le Ronde, St. Louis, Frontier City. They could all get 40 free spins, or St. Louis could go along the RMC route with a Raptor, or taking the Boss, closing it down, ripping out the track and putting RMC in. So they can do many things with that. Of course, I think Magic Mountain should be taking an off year. We know Over Georgia will probably take an off year along with those rumours. Over Texas will take an off year in 2020 to get ready for the 60th anniversary celebrations in 2021, which I'm hoping is going to be a coaster in that year. I mean, in terms of coasters for Great Adventure, I mean, Amusement Insiders did a video on the dive coaster concept, the B&M dive coaster concept that could go in at Six Flags for Fiesta, Texas, and Great Adventure. You know, and Fiesta, Texas coming off the back of a thrill ride and a coaster the year before that. I don't think the dive coaster for Fiesta, Texas will come in that year. If they did family rides in 2020, then maybe they'll do a coaster in 2021 Fiesta, Texas. Great Adventure, we already know there's a coaster coming in 2020. Maybe that's the prototype B&M dive coaster for Six Flags. And then the success of that will build on the success of Fiesta, Texas one the year after. I don't know if the dive coaster will happen for B&M at Six Flags Parks. I mean, Over Georgia's got their own sort of dive coaster with the Daredevil dive from 2011. So, I don't know. I think the only thing that looks concrete at the minute is Great Adventure looks to get a coaster in 2020. Magic Mountain and Over Georgia to take off years. And things like that. I don't know. One thing I'm hoping though is St. Louis is getting a coaster hopefully, and Over Georgia takes an off year, but uses that off year to translate to the water park because they desperately need a water park edition. And of course, as I said already, that rant is for that other video. So there we go. So that's the early predictions video for Six Flags in 2020. I'll be back in April, around April, May, to do another video on this, to see where my predictions have come up to until now. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any extra YouTube content. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the next predictions video, the next early predictions video from 2020 from Cedar Fair Parks. My name is Coaster Child. Keep living the coastal life, my dudes. And I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day.